What's going on, people? It's that man who I be, that dude named Dave. I'm back, y'all. What's poppin', what's crackin', people? We started a little bit later today. Your boy had to get an edge up clean in here. That's why we a little bit late today. Hey, y'all know the game plan. Y'all know what we here for. It's TDND. It's that dude named Dave. We here with another live stream. It is Tuesday. We are basically in the middle of the month of June. But before I get started here, for the people that's already in the chat, I gotta make sure I'm not struggle streaming. Press a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Press 2 if you can't. Lego. What's going on, people? Good to see everybody, guys. We're a little late today. That's all right, though. You know what I mean? I had to get cleaned up. You know, gotta get a line in. Gotta take care of you. You know, when you got a lot of hair, it's a lot of maintenance, guys. When you got hair, it's a lot of maintenance. Your boy gotta go ahead and get the locks retwisted, and then after the locks get retwisted, we gotta get regular haircuts. We gotta stay clean, baby. So that's why I'm late today. But don't worry, we here now. We gonna get this party started right here, guys. Y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail. Did Caitlin Clark get snubbed from Team USA? Oh man, we want to talk about it. And after we get done with the A block, the B block will be more dick nanigans. Oh yeah, we're gonna start separating these live streams into blocks. We're gonna have an A block, B block, C block, depending on how long we're able to go, baby. You know what I mean? So since I see some ones here, thank y'all. Y'all can hear me crispy as well. Let's do another thing while we get started here. TDND roll call, city, state, zip, area code, rep where you from. You know me, you know where I represent, you know where I stay at. 630 Chicagoland suburb, stand up. Where are y'all at? Lego, y'all. Okay, let me get to the chat. I'm not wasting no time, guys, because we started late, man. So we gonna get into the chat right now, because we gonna get cooking here, man. Shout out to my man, Pooh, man. He was here earlier today talking about first. Woo! What's going on, Pooh, man? Pooh Man's in the building. I see you, brother. Yeah, who else we got? We got Grits and Bacon in the house here. What's going on, Grits and Bacon? Trigger's in the house. What's poppin', Trigger? Good to see you, man. Jurgen in Germany. It's morning where you at. That's what I'm talking about. I see you, Pooh, man. Yeah, we here. I see you, brother. Good. Glad to see you, man. Thomas. What's poppin', brother? Good to see you, man. Got Thomas in the house here. Okay, there's my ones. Look, I got a 1 here. What's going on, Trigger with the 1? Chi-Town. What's poppin'? Yeah, Thomas with the 1, Jurgen with the 1, can hear me? Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Thomas says, is Brittany Griner a man? I think so at this point, man. I think so. I think Brittany is, she moving more manly than me. God damn. You know what I mean? Oh, man, who we got? We got Pooh Man, the 313, east side of Detroit represent. Hey, man, get your man Corey Harris, Pooh Man. Did he get out of jail yet? Holla at your boy Corey driving dirty, Pooh, man. You got to take this L for a whole month. How about this, Pooh, man? Everybody in Detroit, everybody in Michigan, because of your boy Corey Harris, y'all got to take that L, man. Shout out to you, Pooh, man. Jurgen 41 XXX Germany in the house. That's what's going on, man. We got Thomas 617 Boston, Mass in the house here. That's what's up, man. Pooh, man says, that's a man of a deep voice. God dizzle, man. For real. What's going on, MOP? MOP in the house, man. Salute to you. Yeah, what's going on, CVD? 702 in the house, representing that Vegas life, right? What's going on, Stevie D? MOP up in here, Wilmington, Delaware, 302. Your boy wrestled all weekend and trained Monday night. I'm hurting. All right, man. Okay. Hey, man, glad you get it in, man. Good stuff, man. I hope everything's working out for you in your wrestling career. Go ahead and whip some ass, brother. Whip some ass. Thomas says Celtics 2-0. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second, because last time I live stream, I gave y'all my predictions, man, and I saw what's going down here, man. Pooh Man says, that's the suburb, not the city, but it's Michigan. I'll take the L. You got to hold that L, Pooh Man. You got to hold that L, man. Hold it down. Okay? All right, we're gonna get started here, guys. Before we get it cooking here, y'all see the ticker down below, right? I'm an independent content creator. You know, we in these black spaces support your interests because you too don't want to support people like me, right? But it's all good though, right? You see the ticker, that's the Cash App. $ that dude named Dave. Now, you know, just to let you guys know, when I get Cash Apps, I get a bigger percentage, but y'all can't see your comments on the screen. So if y'all just want to donate to the cost of the Cash App and give me the full dizzle, go to the Cash App. Now, if you want to support the cause and want your comment on the screen, then you know what you guys got to do there. Click on that $ button that glows. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers, baby. That's right. Help support the channel. Keep the lights on, baby. Hey, man, I need that help. You see the ambience. You see the lighting. You see the dedicated internet status. We ain't struggling like we used to anymore. We're getting better, baby. So if y'all want to support the cause, y'all know what y'all can do here, all right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Let's see here. Let's get into it here, guys, right? I don't want to waste too much time here because I started late, you know, so if I go how I normally do, we'll be here till like 11 p.m. It's a work night for me. You know what I mean? I can't be up till like midnight and trying to get back up, man. Your boy got to grind, man. So, yo, check it out here, right? Real fast before we get into the Caitlin Clark discussion here, we got to go to TDT, that dude's thoughts, right? First order of business, we got to take a few moments about the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. Okay. Porzingis looked like he has an injury now again at the end of the game. I don't know if you guys saw it, how he had like a little twist in the leg and the way he was awkward and things of that nature. But even though that Porzingis didn't like have the biggest scoring output in game 2, his defense was so key. His defense was tantabout that was going on right now. And here's one thing that I did not expect, because my original prediction, guys, I don't mind being wrong, but you can't predict these things here. What's going on, Sheila? What's going on, Derek? Good to see y'all too. I originally predicted Dallas in 6, but when I predicted Dallas in 6, you got to remember, we didn't know what Porzingis were going to get, and I had no idea that Kyrie Irving would be a no-show for games 1 and 2. I can't call that, man. I can't call that, man. You know, as much as I love Kyrie, I think he's got one of the greatest handles in NBA history. Not the greatest, one of the greatest handles, right? And if nothing doesn't change these next couple of games, I'm glad I'm able to live stream now, because tomorrow night's the game on Wednesday night, because I don't want to go live late, you know, I want to watch the game. But you know what, though? We got to end the conversation of Kyrie having the greatest handles of all time. He's one of the greats. I put him up there of AI, Tim Hardaway, himself, Isaiah Thomas. I think those guys have the greatest handles in NBA history, and Pistol Pete Maravich. I'll put those 5 in there, right? My thing is, as much as you want to talk about Iverson's shooting percentage, right? Iverson would not be held in check the way that the Boston Celtics are holding Kyrie Irving in check, especially when you got Luka playing next to you, right? Iverson didn't have no Luka next to him. His best players was Eric Snow, Dikembe Mutombo, and Aaron McKee. Okay? So I did not see Kyrie just getting his stuff handed to him. Defense just locking his ass down. He can't get off. And on top of that, too, guys, playing in Boston is a mother. Them fans, them racist fans, the environment, the space, the confines, man, it is not a good look there. So you have the fact of a Kyrie no-show, basically the first 2 games in Boston. Then you have the fact that Porzingis has played. He played his ass off in game 1. He didn't have the greatest offensive game in game 2, but his defense was off the chain. And here was the biggest key in game 2, guys. Drew Mofo Holiday. Oh my God. I was watching that, and in that first quarter, when I was seeing him get to the basket, get some easy buckets, he got like 3 quick baskets. Like I saw him in the baseline, and then, you know, like they were doing some pump fakes, and then he came down and was scoring. And then like after his 3rd made basket under the hoop, because he was getting them layups, or he was getting like, it was the kickbacks, you know, he was swing, the hockey assists. In basketball, they don't count that in basketball. And then after his 3rd basket, I was like, okay, Drew Holiday's about to get money tonight. And he did. He had like, what, 26 points? You know what I'm saying? So Boston's too damn deep for Dallas. And they're too deep if Kyrie's he's gonna be a no-show. So but here's the thing though, Porzingis' injury, he's day to day. He's walking, but he doesn't have a walking boot on. It's one of those weird injuries he's got right now. But if he's able to play defense, put his hands up in the air, and he's 7'3" and play like he's 7'3", altering shots, people that can't come to the lane, and then you give time for Al Horford to come in, so you got to rely on giving him 30, 35 minutes a game. Hey, man, Boston going to win this, y'all. Boston going to win this. I hate to say that, guys. I was rooting for Dallas. I wanted Dallas. I didn't want to root for Boston. You saw my voice change? Boston. I didn't want to root for Boston, guys. I was rooting for Dallas. I wanted Kyrie to get another chip. I wanted to see this group who made these trades and all of a sudden became one of the best teams in the NBA since February get it in. But you know what, though, guys? Luka can't do it on his own. He had a triple-double, and he was getting money. He was being aggressive. He was attacking. Whatever the defense gave him, he was taking it. Because in game one, he was forcing it. You could tell, like, even though he goes at his own pace, he was forcing things. Game two, whatever they gave him, he took it. He realized his mistakes. He was like, wait a minute here. They're going to give me this 20-footer, take the 20-footer. Okay, I can take him off the dribble. They're going to give me the 15-footer, take the 15-footer. Okay, we're going to run the pick and roll screen. I got the mismatch. I'm 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. That's funny. I got separation. Bombs away, hit that three. Luka did what he had to do. It wasn't his great game, but he had a triple-double because if you don't got Kyrie doing anything, Dallas is going to get the knock out of him. But like I said, though, remember what I said, though, on Sunday? It is not a series until one of the teams win a game on the road. Boston did what they supposed to do, guys. They won the first 2 games at home. They secured their home court advantage. Now, the next 2 games will be in Dallas now. Now, Dallas got to protect home court, and they got to win those games here, right? But if Boston wins either game 3 or 4, if they win game 3, it's over. You know that. Up 3-0's over. But, you know, if Dallas comes back and win tomorrow, they got to win game 4 as well. But if Boston gets one in Dallas, it's a wrap. It's going to be in 5. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Boston. It's a nagging ankle injury. Yeah, it's more than that, though. It's a medial collateral grade B. It was some technical line that they gave, man. Like, it's more than just an ankle injury the way they said it, though. You know what I mean, Thomas? But we'll see, though. But the thing is, Porzingis can play, and even though he may not give you that offense, if he can give you that defense, that's still a major mother for Dallas. Okay? And even when he's on the court, you got to play honest because if he's back there by the three-point line, that means your big's got to come out 20, 25 feet. That takes a rebounder away. And if you're taking rebound away from those guys like that, then you got no one under the boards to crash the boards like this here, right? So the situation we got here is the fact that Boston is in control right now. Porzingis can still control. If he can still be in the game, play defense, cancel Christmas, baby. Cancel Christmas. That's all I got to say, man. If it goes 7, they just selling tickets. They ain't going 7, Vince. It's got to be another injury before it goes 7. Like if Porzingis eventually beats out, I still think that the way this is going here, because Kyrie's a no-show, it'll be Boston in 6. I'm still sticking with my prediction, because only reason why I'm sticking with my prediction because I'm a man of my word. But I had no idea that Porzingis was going to be playing, and I had no idea that Kyrie was going to be a no-show, but that's why they play the games, baby. That's why they play the game. And let me just add this one thought before we get into the show here. Let me add this one basketball thought here, right? Is it me, or is Jason Tatum overrated? Hear me out here, guys. Hear me out. I'm not saying the boy ain't cold. He can ball. He's an all-NBA player. You know what I mean? He can put up boards. He can do a lot of things. When I say overrated, is he really a top 10 NBA player? Or, I want to put this out to you guys, or is he just a glorified Paul George? I'm sorry, guys. I like Jason Tatum's game, but I think he takes too many hard shots. He does things that he can make his life so much easier and simpler, but he chooses the hard way out, right? And I was looking at the stats from someone pulled up today, and I was noticing that from the first finals, he's only shooting 35% in the field from the finals since the first finals he was with Golden State when they lost, and this finals here too as well. He is shooting 35% from the field in the finals. He ain't putting up good numbers, guys. And as I watch him over the years, I keep saying to myself, God, is he really? I mean, he's cold, but is he really that dude? Because let me ask y'all a question right now. When you got Brown over there, You got Drew Holiday. You got Porzingis. You got Derek White. You got Al Horford. If you swapped out Jason Tatum for Paul George, would Boston still look the same? Think about it. If you swapped out Paul George for Jason Tatum, would Boston look the same? And you know what I'm going to say? Hell yeah. I'm not saying Tatum ain't cold. I'm just saying that he's not a top 5 NBA player. And that's not a disrespect. You could still be an all NBA player, not top 5. I'm just saying that they put so much on him to make it seem like he is the future of the NBA. And when I just look at him, like he's in a great position with a loaded team. He can ball his ass off, but he's nothing more than a younger version of Paul George. And you saw with Paul George, right? He never had that kind of help in Indiana. Remember he blew his leg out. And remember, he broke his leg in different pieces. And then when he came back, he was in OKC. That didn't work out too well for him. But then with the Clippers, they're relying on Kawhi Leonard, things of that nature. But if you took his skill set and the way that he balls, especially the last couple of seasons in the playoffs where he was putting up numbers, putting up boards, man, it's just Paul George, baby. And it's not a disrespect. My thing is, I'm pumping the brakes on if Jason Tatum could be the best player in the NBA. Can he be all NBA second or third team? Yeah, I see that. He's going to be a perennial all-star every year? Yes, of course. He's going to help Boston be in the top of the Eastern Conference while he's healthy every year? Yes. But the face of the NBA, the best player in the league? No. I'm just going to put this here and move on. He's a cold-ass player, but he is Paul George 2.0. And if they didn't have Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Derek White, this team built to win, young, long, the way the case may be, we would be talking about Tatum the same way we talked about Paul George over 10 years ago when he was with the Pacers. All right? That's what I'm just saying here. Let's move on now. Let's get into it, guys. Likes up in the building. Y'all ready to get the conversation started? Press 1. Let's get into this Caitlin Clark discussion. All right? Let's do it. Let's get into it. Where my ones at, guys? Where my ones at? Where my guns at? I need ones before we get started. That was the one and only TDT, that dude's thoughts about the NBA Finals right now. Likes up in the building. Let's get started here. Appreciate y'all hearing me out here, man. This is going to be like the first hour is going to be more me being a talking head today, right? Drop y'all super, show y'all love, keep the lights on. Let me double check I ain't got no cash apps coming in. MOP, you trying to get timed out, brother? Don't do it, MOP. You're going to get timed out. Okay, before we get started here, we got the first holla of the night here, and it comes via Cash App. My man Thomas Dotson came through with the first holla, the $1 holla in the Cash App. But here's the thing, though. He ain't got no questions, no comments. Thomas dropped the first holla for the straight love of the game, baby. My man Thomas in the building dropping that first holla, man. Hey, brother Thomas, salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right back at you with the super. Oh, yeah, MOP, you're going to get this 1 minute, dog. Whoops, hold on. Let me do this here over here. Hold on one sec. MOP? Take this time out, MOP. What I tell you, brother? Take that time out. Sit down and think about your life for the next minute, brother. All right? Sit back and think about your life for the next minute, man. I told you. You drop them twos like Derek, you're going to get timed out, okay? All right? Y'all saw that, MOP. Go ahead and think about your life for a second, brother. Think about all the bad things you've done and think about the things you need to correct, okay? All right? Think about that. Let's get into it now. All right? Thank you, Thomas, for the holla. I appreciate you, man. So let's get to this Caitlin Clark discussion, guys. Now, this conversation is not just sports. So if you're not a sports fan, I get it. I need y'all to hear me out because the way that we're going to talk about this here is this is a sports conversation, but also this is a business conversation. This is also a woman's conversation about how women view men integrating and talking about their sports more than any sport that we have seen in recent times right now. So this is about relationships. This is about the sports. This is about business. This is about money. This is about feminism. This is about the whole gambit of things that's going on right now, guys. Now, if you've been under a rock, or if you did not hear yesterday, there's a couple things that happened yesterday and today. Caitlin Clark was left off Team USA. I forgot that the Olympics was coming up this summer, guys, because you got to remember, we had the pandemic in 2020 and the Olympics got delayed to 2021. So it's been 3 years because they did the Olympics a year later. So I'm already in, when I get into Olympic mode, it's like a 4-year, the World Championships are every 2 years. Then you got the Olympics every 2 years. They go back and forth, back and forth. 2 years World Championships, 2 years Olympics, 2 years World Championships, 2 years Olympics, right? But we're 3 years from the Olympics right now, so that threw me off here. So we got the Olympics coming up this summer. Now, the problem with the WNBA is they play their games in the summertime. So what's going on here is that they're going to play they're playing a portion of their schedule right now. Then they're going to have this break. 7 days or 7 practices, and then they got to go to the Olympics, right? So then they go to the Olympics, they compete, and then when the Olympics is over, they come back and finish the rest of their regular season and in the playoffs, et cetera, right? So yesterday they announced that Caitlin Clark was left off the Olympic team. Today they announced saying that she was going to be an alternate, right? And there's been a lot of discussion going back and forth here regarding Caitlin Clark. Should she have been on the roster? Should she have been left off the roster? Did she deserve to be on the roster? What's the situation here? If she was going to be on the roster, who do you take off to allow her to be on, right? That's what we got going on here. Right? Oh, you're back? Okay, I see you're back, MOP. Think about all the bad things you've done in life, man, and think about them things, all right, brother? You do it again, you're going to get clipped again. And that goes for everybody else too, right? So let me state this for the record. For everybody that's listening, shout out to my Ninja Watchers, shout out to the AIC in the live chat here, and shout out to the replay gang. Let me put it out here, guys. I want everybody to understand how I feel about the situation here. Taking the banner off now. Caitlin Clark does not deserve to be on the Olympic roster. You've heard me talk a lot about this lately. And you're like, what, Dave? Wait, what you saying, Dave? What are you saying? What, Dave, wait. What are you talking about, Dave? Yes, I said it. Caitlin Clark does not deserve to be on the Olympic team, the roster. She has not been one of the 12 best players in the WNBA this year, right? And matter of fact, the way the team is being built right now, 9 of the 12 players have been on the team before. They've known each other. They've been playing. But let me add this caveat, guys. Just because she doesn't deserve to be on the squad doesn't mean she needs to be on the roster. Hold on, guys. Wait, work with me. Did y'all hear me? Y'all hear me out there? I said she doesn't deserve to be on the roster. We're going by gameplay. We're going by skills, the basketball, the gameplay. But she needs to be on the roster. If we're talking strictly basketball, if we're talking only basketball, the way the team is constructed, chemistry, how they're playing against the rest of the world, they won 7 straight gold medals already. If we're going to go just strictly on merits of basketball, on merits on who are the best players, the merits on, having continuity, having chemistry, nah, her little white ass don't need to be on the squad. But we got a bigger problem, ladies. The men don't got a problem. Y'all got a problem. You know what y'all problem is? Y'all have a financial issue right now. Y'all have an attendance issue right now. Y'all have a ratings issue right now. Y'all just have an overall, we need eyes on the sport problem right now. And if the goal is to grow the sport of women's basketball, if the goal is that these women can make more money because they're complaining that the max contracts are only $230,000 a year, if you ladies want to make more money, if you ladies want the stadiums to be packed, If you ladies want ratings to be sky high, if you ladies want more money, more moolah, more everything, if you guys want to be on the same playing field of the men as far as the discussions going on here, it's not the fact that she deserves to be on the roster. She needs to be on the roster. Let me break some down for you guys here, right? Do you know what the Olympics is for NBC, guys? Does anybody in the chat know what NBC used the Olympics for? Do y'all know? Press one. Does anybody know? Because on the chat, press one's like, yeah, Dave, I know. Or two, now, I don't know, Dave, why NBC has the Olympics every 4 years, right? I want to see some ones and twos. Ones, if you know why NBC has the Olympics and pay a huge rights fee for it. Or two, you don't know why. I want to know, I want to understand, I want to know what people need to, I'm trying to figure out what the chat is saying here. And also for the replay gang too as well, right? Pooh Man 2, you don't know. Thomas says 1 says ratings. That's part of it. But it's not really a ratings, it's a big ratings, but it's just part of it. Does anybody else? Come on guys, chat, stop playing with me. I need y'all in the goddamn chat. Do y'all know you don't know? Don't be shy. Just press a 1 or a 2. You do know, or 2 you don't know. Okay, a few 2s. Shout out to people on Twitter land, guys. If y'all on Twitter watching me, shout out to y'all. Just know that y'all can't comment on Twitter. So if y'all on Twitter watching me, you want to comment, be in the live chat here, you got to mosey on over into the YouTube land here at that dude named Dave. I see a couple of 2s. Thomas says money. Mark said to show off America to the world. No, okay, yes and no, guys. Okay, let's get into it here. It's not about just the ratings. They actually spend more money, guys. NBC spends a lot of money so that they can have the rights to the Olympics. But do you know why the Olympics is there? The Olympics is there, guys, so that the casual sports fans who don't really, it's a couple of points here. The casual sports fans who will not sit down and watch a regular basketball game or a regular soccer game or a regular wrestling match, you know, you get the casuals to come in. So yes, that's part of the ratings game, right? But the major thing that what NBC is doing when they get the Olympics, they show a gang of commercials to broadcast their fall schedule lineup. That's what the major item of having the Olympics, having all these eyes watching you across the world, and then when they run their commercial breaks, you're going to see a slew of new shows that's going to be coming in for the fall programming. Because you got to remember, the fall programming is the biggest programming for TV. The transition from summertime, because when it's summertime, it's hot outside, people plan trips, vacations, kids are out of school. So the norm is people ain't watching as much TV or consuming that kind of content like that, right? The content is being consumed in the fall time. When the kids are back in school, then you're home at night and you know the kids are getting ready, you got homework to do with them, and you're laying low, the weather starts breaking. So it's the fall lineup that is as heavy for NBC, guys. They use that so that they can use the programming for new shows or even older shows coming off of the next season. It's so many eyes that's able to see what NBC is going to be producing for the fall lineup, right? So understanding that, you have the casual viewers, the casual listeners, the casual people who is not going to go to a basketball game. Like, they're not going to be me or you. Right? You know me, I love to go to boxing fights, right? You know, I'll go to Vegas to go to a boxing fight. At one point, I didn't have season tickets, but I knew the coach of the Bulls, and I was going to so many games like I had season tickets, right, back in the day. Like, either I'm going to be in front of the flat screen in the 60 or 70 inch of my house, or I'm going to be in the goddamn building, right? But it's not for the diehards like us, for not me. It's for the casuals. And what do we see right now, the WNBA right now? Because Caitlin Clark is a star, you're seeing the casuals who are showing up to watch portions of a game. But you know one thing that has not changed yet, Tribe? AIC, Ninja Watchers. You know what has not changed? Caitlin Clark's ratings for the Indiana Fever is off the chain. 17,000 in attendance the last game, 15,000 the previous game. Every other team is only drawing about 6,000 to 7,000 in attendance. Even though Caitlin Clark has turned the ball over like crazy, even though they are just whipping that girl around like a goddamn rag doll, she need to get in the this offseason. She got to get in the gym and get bulked up because they just pushing her around, and she ain't got no hope out there this year right now, right? Them big girls out there, the big lesbians, oh, they making her feel that pain. They're making her feel that hurt, right? But if you're trying to grow the sport, you need eyes on the sport to bring people in. What better place to do that when every casual sports fan will be watching NBC for what, 2 to 3 weeks in the summertime in July? Why is not Team USA not looking at the greater good? When I say the greater good, I'm talking about the fact that these women, the WNBA, is being subsidized by the men, the NBA. They have never turned a profit in their history of existence. The WNBA guys started in 1997, a year before I graduated high school, guys. 26 years ago now? 27 years ago now? 1997? And you're going to tell me that they have never had a year that's broke even. They have never had a year that turned a profit. Every single year has been negative. Every year has been in the hole. And every year, the men are putting their money to help the women out to subsidize to keep them afloat. The current right now is they have roughly around a $60 million operating cost. That's right, guys. Total for the whole WNBA, their operating cost the last 2 years has been about $60 million. And then basically, though, the NBA has to give another $10 million to cover it all, to cover it basically. Be in the hole. So if you're in the hole, never made no money, and all of a sudden now we have this cultural phenomenon that everybody wants to watch. All eyes have been on her. What better way to promote the sport than when you got all the house moms, the new wives, the casual men fans, as well as the diehard fans? Everybody will be watching the summer games. Why not put that front and center? Mark says, my first thought is Christian Laettner on the Dream Team. Didn't deserve to be there, but he was the face of college basketball. Love him or hate him. He brought eyes and butts in the seats. Yes, he did, Mark. I got a better one for you. Not just Christian Laettner. John Stockton didn't deserve to be on that goddamn Dream Team in 92. Guys, John Stockton's a Hall of Famer. He topped in assists, right? Passed the ball to Karl Malone. You know who should have been on the team over John Stockton? Isaiah Thomas. Now, we know Isaiah didn't get on the team because of Michael Jordan. You know, Michael and Isaiah had beef, but it was twofold. Michael didn't like Isaiah, but you put another white face on the roster who can ball his ass off, right? But here's the thing. If you watch the NBA in the 80s and then into the early 90s, John Stockton couldn't hold Isaiah Thomas's water. Isaiah Thomas torched John Stockton every time they played. Matter of fact, the very next time they played, I think Isaiah dropped like 35 or 40 on John Stockton after it was announced that he made over Isaiah Thomas. John Stockton was on roller skates like, oh my God, right? But here's the thing though. Isaiah Thomas deserved to be on the team. John Stockton didn't deserve to be on the team if you're going to pick the two. But you know what though? What was the greater good of promoting world basketball, the Dream Team? The Dream Team served multiple factions here, guys. One, we were sending our college guys while the rest of the world was using their adult professionals. And even then, we were winning the gold every year up until like the ending of it, because we had a couple of Olympics where we didn't win, right? But in 1988, we got the bronze medal with our college players against grown-ass men. And then the U.S. was like, nah. If we got college kids and they're getting their grown men and we win in bronze, we should be able to have our men too, right? So it was the fact that we want to level the playing field. This is our sport. We want our gold. Y'all gonna put these grown-ass men, we're gonna bring our grown-ass men too. That was one thing. Number thing two, guys, what do we see what happened to the WNBA, to the NBA after the Dream Team? Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. Did I say John Stockton already? Christian Laettner, Clyde Drexler. Man. All those great players, they help progress the NBA, not just being one of the best sports in North America. It is now a worldwide sport. The Olympics opened up the playground, opened up the field, opened up the doors for the rest of the world to say, damn, I want to play basketball now. Look at Barkley. Look at Robinson. Look at Ewing. Look at MJ kill it. Look at Magic Johnson. I know he ain't played because he sat out because he had HIV, but he out there. Larry Bird on his last leg, but he out there. Oh, my God. That transition in 1992 was the catalyst to making the NBA a billion-dollar entity every single year right now. The players and powers that be understood, hey, we're tired of getting our ass. We didn't get our ass. We're not going to lose anymore, but we're going to, and David Stern was ahead of his time. We're going to elevate and promote the sport. And what happened after that, guys? Man, we got so many cats from the UK, European players, African players now that's been MVP. We actually had all-star games where you're having the world against the Americans. You're splitting up now. You're doing, they're doing all kinds of kind of formats right now. It's crazy. But the thing is, the men understand it. The men understand it's about dollars and cents. And the women only care about the sport. Have you noticed that? It's about, because at this point in the game, guys, it's a sport. You can say it's a game for fun, but once you get to professionals, it's about the money. It's about the advertisers. It's about the endorsements. It's about the whole cultural thing that is putting money in people's pockets and is making companies and making men millionaires and billionaires. I'd rather have white chocolate, Jay Will, Dave. He had cold handles. Yeah, I like them. Honestly, Diana shit taking herself off. I can tell in a second. Diana Taurasi is 42 years old in the goddamn team, right? I think she's won like 4 gold medals already. Let's bring it back now. The goal right now is you have somebody in your league that is rocket, cataclysm, skyrocket. It's so much going on right now that people are tuning into the games. Now, here's a problem that we got here, though, for the ladies. I got to be honest with you. And this is why they're going to fuck this thing up. This is why they're going to mess this up. You know what I'm saying here? Because you got people who want to watch Caitlyn play. But are people still watching the whole damn game? I tuned in a few times. I still have not watched the full game yet, guys. I can't. You know why? Because I'm not entertained. That's what we're talking about here. This is about business, and this is about entertainment. The business side says, y'all need to let Caitlyn in. We need to make this money. We need to survive. We're tired of relying on the men and the men's TV contract for us to get what we got here, right? We need to get out of playing in these small gymnasiums that only hold 4,000 people. We need to find our way back to NBA arenas that hold 19,000. But no, know what they say? It's about the best basketball. We're trying to win the gold. Well, you know what, though? You can win the gold all day long, but what happens if the men decided we're not going to cover any more losses right now? What would happen to the WNBA if the men said, no, we're not going to subsidize you guys anymore. You guys got to figure it out. We were never subsidized. Matter of fact, we almost went under by the end of the 70s here if we didn't have Magic or Bird. And the NBA relied on that. They pushed on that. You had the smiling Magic Johnson from Michigan who ended up getting drafted to the Lakers on the West Coast. You had Larry Bird, ironically from Indiana, French League, and then his ass get drafted a year earlier in 78, but he come play in 79 and goes to Boston on the East Coast. You had a race divide there, but they played on it. You had the hard-working white man on one one side, you had the flamboyant brother on the other side there, and they both were winning, and they both were going to NBA Finals, and they both were winning championships. Magic won 5 championships in the 80s, Bird won 3 in the 80s. That is 8 championships between the Lakers and the Celtics from 1980 to 1989. The NBA recognized we got a golden cow now. We got a couple of golden cows. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to ride on that. And then when Michael came in 84, and then at that point, then the transition from him learning the game, and then took the baton in 91, and then we're off and running. When Michael got his first clip in 91, he repeated in 92. Then you got the Dream Team in 92. And then after that, guys, the NBA flourished, took off, went off with the races, guys. But what is the WNBA doing here? They're not talking to the Olympic Committee, saying, we understand the Olympic Committee. We understand the goals win a gold medal. But what does it matter if we're not going to have a league anytime soon if these men ever decide to say, we ain't going to pay the cost no more? We got to do things on our own. No, they're only worried about, well, we want to put the best team out there. Did the Dream Team have the best team in 92, guys? No. The Dream Team did not have the best team in 92 as far as we're going to put out there. Magic didn't play for a whole damn year because he sat out because he had HIV and didn't play the 91-92 year. Bird retired after that. He had a bad back. He was basically laying on his stomach the whole time because of he had a major accident trying to cut his own grass, but all those wars back and forth there. So Bird's career got cut short, right? John Stockton didn't need to be on there over Isaiah Thomas. Christian Laettner was picked over Shaquille O'Neal. The NBA didn't field their best team. They fielded the team that, of course, was still going to win and brought all the boys to the yard like Khalees with her milkshake. That's what the NBA did. They understood the greater good. And the women are getting mad because when we talk about it, you know what they say? We don't care what the men say. How come y'all ain't talking about it 3 years ago now? There's other players like Aja Wilson. You still got Diana Taurasi in the league. How come you guys won't focus on them? You know why? Because nobody cares about them. As cold as Aja Wilson is and the way she's dominating the sport, nobody wants to watch a goddamn Vegas game. No one wants to go to a Vegas game. So as much as women want to say, you got to focus on these players here and these players here, why are these players not promoting themselves? How come I don't see none of these players on social media? How come I don't see them on Instagram like that? I don't see them on Twitter X like that. I don't see them on Facebook like that. I don't see them got their own YouTube channels like that. I don't see them promoting themselves and doing little funny things and being goofy or trying to do things to put themselves out there on Front Street here. These ladies want us to go out there and look for them when they're not coming out there and looking for us. You guys are the sellers. You're trying to sell a product to us, and you put the sell some to us. That means that we're the buyers. How come we're not buying? We're not buying because we don't care about anybody else except for that golden little white girl that everybody's caring about right now. And that just happens. That's part of the game. People were mad about Michael Jordan, and he showcased why everybody loved Michael Jordan. People were mad about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods showcased about Tiger Woods. All those white golfers were mad about Tiger Woods being the lone black man or mixed black man on the PGA Tour and everything like that. The thing, though, he was whooping ass, though. Tiger came out the gate, was whooping ass. But the problem, though, is that all them other white players were mad at the black man who people wanted to see the cultural phenomenon. And now you got Caitlin Clark for the women's side, who's a cultural phenomenon, and they're acting that these black women, I'm going to say it there, it's the older players, the black women, the LGBT, LNLP, alphabet community, they're acting the same way like the white men were acting towards Tiger Woods in the PGA Tour. And you know what, though? Because of Tiger Woods, those men are making so much money on the tour now than they ever had in that transition from Tiger Woods since 1996 on. Them folks still talk bad about Tiger Woods, even though they're bigger millionaires now. Do you guys see the correlation here? How you see older players who've been in there and is mad because no one women want to watch them and know how good they are. And then someone comes in that's younger and improved themselves, and everybody wants to see the cultural phenomenon. What has he done? What has she done? She ain't done nothing yet. It doesn't matter. The people are speaking, and the people are saying, we want to see this girl play. Even if she only gets out there for 5 minutes a night, we want to see her on the roster. And when people are saying, I will do this and I'll pay my money for it, why are you turning their money down and saying, we don't want your money, we'll do it our way? Your way never worked. Your way lost money every year. Your way has not drawn the sport. Your way started off in NBA arenas, and now you're playing in civic centers that's drawing 3,000 people. Your way is not working. Clifton, you didn't hear the fuck what I said there. I said he was whooping ass from the beginning. The point is the analogy, Clifton. What I said, though, is that all those white players did not like Tiger Woods, and they resented him. And even when he started winning, they were making money, they still resented him. Caitlin Clark is bringing sellouts to the WNBA when she plays, and they're resenting her. That's the correlation, Clifton. You didn't hear the whole point what I said. The analogy is you have a cultural phenomenon here who people want to see. And the people are coming out to see. And the women are saying, no, we don't care who you want to see. We got these other players. We got, like in PJ, we got John Daly's. You know, we got Phil Mickelson's. We got VJ Singh, right? Who gives a damn about Tiger Woods? The folks say, nah, we want to see Tiger with his red shirt on Sunday. But the women know what they're saying? We're going to win the gold. We're going to put the best team out there. And you know what? You know what everybody's saying? Everybody who's been talking about is saying, if Caitlin Clark was on the squad, I would watch the women's basketball in the Olympics. I would turn out. I can't say I watched every game, but I would tune in. And you know what they're saying now? They won the last 7 gold medals. Why would I watch now? I want to see the girl. I don't want to see them. I've seen them the last 7 Olympics. I don't want to see them. I want to see her. So now college resume means nothing? Well, for girls, it doesn't. It doesn't matter for girls. But here's the thing. I'm going to play a video here in a second. The women have been begging for this kind of attention since its inception. The women have been begging to saying that we got next. They keep saying they play the best brand of basketball. And somebody's coming in saying, oh, wow, the people are drawn and gravitated towards her. And you can say what it is. It's about racism. Yeah, sports is about that, of course. Especially in boxing. You know I love boxing. Ali behind me. Every time you get a great white fighter and you get a black fighter, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. Remember the great white hype, Jerry Clooney? Hey, come on, man. No, they promote the hell out of him. They love some white saviors. And that's what we got here. In this day and age, when you got a white person that can play with a dominated minority sport and can hold their own, the white people will come. White women will come. White men will come. And then when you look at her affiliation, hey, yo, she rock with Trump. She's a staunch Trump supporter. The Trump supporters are coming out, want to see this here. And you know what they're saying? No, we want to put our best brand of basketball up. Can't beat white money. Got that right, Clifton. Because you know what black people do? We steal. We steal. The fight came up this weekend for Javante Davis. You know how many black folks I heard saying they're gonna fire stick the fight? They're gonna go to a legal stream. We black folks steal content. White folks pay for content. If they especially got one of theirs, oh, they're gonna show out. We trying to find the best free 99 possible. Free 99, free 99. Let's go. I ain't paying for it. Even though y'all go out and buy a gang of weed and drink a bunch of alcohol, spend $200 a weekend, but you won't support the black athlete. That's reality. Elvis and Justin could dance. People love them. Yeah. Let me do this here, guys. I want to play this video from First Take yesterday with Stephen A. And they had the women on the show and Shannon Sharp. I want to play this, and then we're going to move on. but I want y'all to check this out here. I'm gonna get some commentary here and there, you know, but let's get into it here. For a second. Hey, shout out to let me get this super out the way here. Shout out to my man Clifton dropping the $2 holla. The first super of the night, guys. What's going on, guys? We've been here about an hour. It's the first super. Dropping that blue in the chat saying, hey, Dave, would it be a bad look now to put her on? Let me tell you something. My man Clifton in the building. Hey, brother Clifton, salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Right back at you with the first super of the night. They made her an alternate today. Clifton. When I was at the barbershop, getting the line up there, and I saw that she's actually an alternate right now. So, hey, Jerome, time your ass out. You obviously, Jeremy, did not hear the beginning part of my live stream here, all right? I said she didn't deserve to be on there, but she needed. Don't come into the chat talking about what's all this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here, Jeremy. You didn't listen to me. Don't come in with your first comment trying to shoot and didn't even know. You shoot from the hit and ain't look at the target. Get your ass out of here. Don't talk about the bullshit. If you didn't hear the whole soliloquy in the beginning, don't come in being defiant if you didn't know my whole presence, my whole presentation here. Thank you, Clifton. They made her an alternate, Clifton, and they're not going to put her on there now anyway. They're not going to backtrack. The women's not going to do that because that'll admit that's Clifton. If they did that, that would be women saying we were wrong. And do women admit they are wrong? No, they don't. Appreciate you, Clifton. Nah, they're not going to do it. Because here's another thing, too. The girl, I forgot the girl's name in the WNBA leading the league in scoring. She ain't even on the Olympic squad right now. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's get back into it, guys. I want to hear this play. Because I saw someone I was talking to somebody earlier, and they were trying to split hairs. The Washington team for WNBA used to be playing in the NBA arena when they first came. But because of resources, because of low attendance, because of no one's buying food and candy and all that stuff and no parking, they had to move it to a smaller arena. Just like in Atlanta. Atlanta started off playing in the NBA arena. Now they're in a goddamn civic center, right? So they've went from an NBA arena to a civic center, and then now because of her, they went back into the Wizards Stadium to pick up the game up here. So that's what Shannon's talking about here, right? That people are paying money to go see her. So are we talking about growing the game, or y'all just focus on winning? Or would her be on the roster? Would y'all still even win? Because I thought the goal was the fact that y'all can keep these charter planes so y'all can get more money. Stop complaining about making $230,000 a year when the biggest person in the game here is the one that's going to help you get to that standpoint, right? I thought the biggest thing was y'all want more money and people are willing to pay for her, and that can help everything out here. All the women, the two women on the panel have been talking about is just basketball. We're not talking about adding 3 or 4 or 5 players that came out of college and have this young ass team. We're talking about one player. Have you noticed their argument's been about chemistry and, you know, the game and, you know, what we're talking about, instead about marketing, we're talking about money. We're talking about business. We're talking about the fact that the WNBA is only surviving because the men subsidize the league. If you're taking $10 million losses every single year, you're complaining about making only $200,000 a year for max contracts. Before Caitlin Clark this year, they didn't even have charter planes. They were flying economy. Caitlin Clark now they got charter planes now. We're talking about business, people. This is bigger than the sport. We're talking about something bigger than sport. What we're talking about here is, do the women want their sport to survive? That's what we're talking about. Do y'all want y'all sport to survive, or y'all just want to win a gold medal and want the men to keep subsidizing you to cover the losses every year, but then still complain why you're only making $200,000 a year for the max contracts? This is not about the gold. This is about the survival of your sport. This is about the independence of breaking away from men. This is about so that you guys can have better salaries. This is about having better resources when more people are watching the sport, more advertisers, more endorsements for other players, the greater good of the money pot that's coming in. See, that's the thing we're missing here, people. This is not about the gold medal, because y'all win the gold anyway. This is not about basketball. We need to have focused words to showcase, do you want your sport to survive, or you just want to be right? Stephen A continues, when you see the two women, watch them roll their eyes. Watch their body language change. Watch that. Because Stephen A, even though some of y'all don't like Stephen A, he's going to be spitting facts right now. Y'all may say like, oh, he caping for the women. No. He caping for Caitlyn. No. I'm not caping for Caitlyn. I'm sick and tired of hearing these women complain that no one watches y'all sport. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of y'all complaining that y'all ain't got no money. I'm sick and tired of y'all trying to compare yourself to the NBA. Here's your opportunity to jump on it and to figure out how to get this money so y'all can be independent from the men. It's not about the game. It's about the survival of your business. Now watch the women's. Hold on, y'all.